Hey there, my name is Scott, and this is a quick video for you for this Miele Classic C1 Pure Suction Vacuum Cleaner. Now, we've had this for about 2 years, used it quite a bit, and so I'm going to tell you all about it. That way, if you decide to order one when it shows up, you'll know if this is the right vacuum cleaner for you or not. Now, one thing I want to kind of say right off the bat to help you out as you're deciding what's going to work best for you. Our floors, for example, they're all hardwood floors, area rugs, a little bit of tile. I don't have much carpet in the house, and this is meant for a floor like that. If you have carpet or thick carpet, I don't think this would be the best one for you. I think this is going to be more for your hardwood floor. The main reason for that is the part of the bottom that you will probably use the most. This doesn't have one of those spinny brushes inside of there. This will just do a good job rolling across, sucking everything through the slot in there, but it's not going to be meant for carpeting and so forth. So let me walk you through all the different parts of this thing. We'll start with the main part, the base of it. So this is a drag behind vacuum cleaner. Normally the tube is hooked up on here and you drag it around and so forth. But as you see, it's pretty lightweight. It's not all that heavy, even with a little bit in the bag inside here. I'll show you that in a second. The bottom, you have 3 different wheels which spin 360 degrees. You see they rotate around nice and easily. So it's easy to drag it around. It's not super heavy. This is a little slot where if you have it sitting upright and you're storing it like this, for example, you can put the whole attachment hose on there to hold it. There's one in the back also. The cord is here in the back. My one thing I wish the cord was just slightly longer. It's not bad. It's long enough to get to the opposite side of most rooms, but I find myself unplugging and moving the cord a little bit more than I like to, but that's not that big of a deal. So as it pulls out, you have a little button here that will retract it all back in for you, like so. And then the other main button here is your power button. This is meant to be stepped on. That just step on it lightly will turn it on and off when it's plugged in. This one you'll hold down in order to retract the cord. This little dial is your, I don't know the official term, it's your suckiness dial. So you turn it down to minimum. There's a picture there of drapes. That is going to be your less suckiness. Now I find even with that, this thing is still pretty powerful at how much it'll suck. Turning it up all the way up to max, the picture there is more for like area rugs or a floor or hardwood floor or something like that. So it does a really good job at that. Now, one thing that I did learn the hard way on as I was trying to find my right formula of how sucky I wanted my vacuum cleaner to be is as I turn it like this on the hose itself as well. This is the part that you'd be using, be holding like so as you're vacuuming along. You know, you have your extension tube on here, but this is a little slot right here. You can open and close it to let more air or close all the air off. That combined with the dial is going to help you kind of determine how much suction you want to have going through the vacuum. If not, I found when I had it on full blast, meaning this little slot was closed, the dial was turned up all the way, as I'd vacuum, sometimes my area rugs would just get pulled up and it made it really hard to vacuum. It wasn't super helpful for me. So I found my right mixture, my right formula of turning down the dial and having that slot open some, and then it worked out much better for me. Now, inside the vacuum part itself, hose gets attached there. I'll do that in a second. But inside here, you have your bag. We replace this somewhat frequently. This one's about half full right now. This clips into place there. Make sure you have some replacement bags. And then 2 filters. One filter sits here on the top, another filter inside there, which you can pull out and you can clean those and replace it. They will start, building up with stuff in it or smelling a little bit from time to time. For us, we'll either put a little bit of essential oil so it smells better in there, or a little bit of that carpet powder, that fresh type powder. I'll put some of that in place also to help it smelling good. And then last part about here, you have a little indicator how full your bag is. This will slide. There's an orange slide that goes across there. Also, if it's something stuck in there, it can't get in, that will go all the way orange, and that way you know that it's not sucking to the right amount. Your attachments and things that come with it. First is your main hose. This is just very simply just snaps in. Here's the base of your hose. Just snaps into place right here. See, very easy to get it in, on and off. And this thing has to be pretty strong because you're dragging everything with this. So this will be able to hold the vacuum and do a good job for you like that. And then with the main part of your, at the end of your hose, I already put on this extension piece for you. You can use it like so, just like this. All the attachments will fit. The main head, this will fit like this on here as well if you want to just use that little short one. Or if you want to use the extender like this, you can attach this on as well, like so. And then this will extend forward or out for you. Now it's got a lot of length for you too. Now I'm a pretty tall guy. I'm 6 feet, I'm not super tall. But that amount of length is way too tall for me unless I'm reaching up to get the drapes or a ceiling fan or something like that. Then that full extension is great. But typically I leave it kind of about here. There's little spots where it clicks into place. If one of my kids are using it, they need a shorter, or my wife because she's shorter, they'll bring it all the way down to there. And then the little head will attach onto this also. Let me show you this part. A couple things you can adjust here. It's 2 different settings on the main vacuum head that is adjusted through here. The first, when that part's down, which I believe is supposed to be like your hardwood floor, your tile or something like that, you got these little brushes here across the bottom that will stick out. When I push it for this, which is meant for area rug, you'll see all those will go back into place. So they'll stay inside there. So like so, those will come out. This, they'll go back into place. And these are just really kind of strong little bristles. They're not going to scratch the floor or anything like that. But you see, it does a good job. I have all sorts of things in there. It'll suck it up and pull things up. And then the last part for you, another little attachment. As you can see, we have used this one a ton. This is a little brush one. This fits on on the ends of the hose as well. This we'll use a lot for baseboards and so forth. And you see it does like a full 360-degree twist. It's matted down, but this will pull a lot up through there. Second one you have is your little crevice tool, and then I believe it's called an upholstery cleaner. I use this a lot on couches and things like that, hold it in place. All this, by the way, gets attached right onto here. So as you're rolling around and dragging around, you have it all put together into one spot. So overall, guys, this is a great vacuum. It is a higher end vacuum. You know, it's not the cheapest thing on the market. We have used and abused this thing. I've had 0 issues with it, 0 problems. The only thing I've ever had to do is replace the bag, which obviously you're going to do that, and occasionally clean out the filters, or I'll wipe everything out on the inside just to make sure it keeps smelling good. All the attachments have worked perfectly. I believe you can probably reorder some of those if you need to down the road. But this thing has been great. It's lightweight. Anyone in the family can use it. And overall, excellent vacuum. I've been really happy with this.